Hey coaches, this is Coach Randy with Radius Athletics. Let's talk basketball. Today I want to talk about some ball side and backside if-thens versus a 2-3 zone. I really like if-then statements for coaching. I think they are really something that players understand. They can grasp the equation, if you will, that an if-then statement draws out. If this happens, then I do this. And today's video, I want to kind of make it a companion piece to the shallow cuts video we sent out last week that kind of more or less dealt with the perimeter players versus the 2-3 zone and how they ran shallows and loops and the way they attacked the defense from the perimeter. So to me, the next evolution of that conversation is what do your bigs do? What do your low post players do to sort of synchronize themselves with these shallow cuts and loops and the lifted short corner and the expanded short corner we're trying to create? So we're going to boil this down to 3 if-then statements for what we do kind of for the two players that are playing behind the 2-3 zone when the ball goes to a wing. It doesn't matter if it happens on a loop like you see here where we loop a player to the wing, or if it just happened on a straight pass to the wing like you see here. These 3 if-then statements apply. First thing to know is the ball side short corner player is the if player. The backside short corner player is the then player. So basically, the ball side short corner player makes their decision, and the backside one short corner player reacts to it. So let's go through these real quick and these if-then statements, and look at these as ways to generate good twos versus a zone. A lot of the popular mindset is that the 3-point shot is what beats the zone, and to some extent that's true. But I feel like good twos are just as important as threes against a zone, and this is kind of the way that we try to manufacture some good twos. So the first if-then statement I want to go through is if the ball is passed to the wing, all right? And we get this lifted short corner where we get this piece of the zone here to come up and play the wing. That's when our if-then statement kicks in. So 4, as I have diagrammed here, 4 ducks in versus the zone, and 5 sneaks. So just construct it like this. If 4 ducks in, then 5 sneaks. And it can be a post up or a screen. Either way, what we're trying to do here is somehow occupy X5. If we can screen them or post up on them. One of the big keys is I want you to meet them in the paint. Don't just stand here in this void and let them come to your back. I want you to go to them, post them, screen them in the paint, but occupy X5. So if you duck in, then we get the sneak. And after the duck in or the post, if the ball doesn't come in, we're just going to step off into the mid post area, and we've got our high-low short corner offense set up. Okay. The second if-then statement would be if the short corner player on the ball side expands or stays in the short corner once we get this wing lifted onto the ball. If they stay, then we take the middle flash. We don't want to do it right away on the pass from 3 to 1. I like to let this player have a chance to jab step, 1 dribble, maybe 2 dribbles to try to get that gap between X1 and X4 to sort of pinch, then back the dribble out. If the short corner stays, then we middle flash to the mid post. And I really want that player, 5 as I have diagrammed here, to flash into the mid post, show their hands to the basketball, reach with the inside foot closest to the rim, and think shot on the catch. And pivot around that inside foot to face up to the rim. But again, the if-then statement is here. If we stay at home in the short corner, then we get the middle flash. And the final of these if-thens would be if we flare screen this piece of the zone, then we sneak. So here we see the top player passing it to the wing. 4 is going to come flare screen the top. If 5 sees that 4 flare screens, that should bring this wing out to close out the ball. Now we've got a nice expanded short corner. Then we sneak. And we're going to roll off the flare into the mid post. You can either seal X5 or just sit down in that void right there and play high-low basketball. So the next topic that this brings us to is sort of a flow chart of what we should do when the ball goes into the short corner or when the ball goes into the flashing post into the mid post area. All right, so let's look here. When the ball goes into the short corner, the flow chart of what they should do is this. They look for their shot first. Whether if there's someone with some outside shooting capability, they can take the short corner baseline shot. If they're more of an inside player, I like the sort of twist over power move where when they catch the ball in the short corner, I want them facing the half court line and open to the court. When they make that catch, they're going to pivot over their foot that's closest to the rim and sort of close themselves to the baseline, take a power dribble, and go put it up off the glass for the basket. All right, so that's their first order of operations, if you will. We want the shot / twist over power move. Their second order of operations from the short corner would be to look for your partner here on the middle flash. If perhaps maybe when 4 gets the catch here, 5 jumps down to close out, and we can make just a quick touch pass right there for this interior pass to get a really good 2 versus the zone. All right. The third order of operations in the short corner, if you can't get the shot / twist over power move, they cover up your buddy somehow, we're going to skip it. So the third order of operations is skip. So we're looking shot, middle flash, skip on the short corner entry. All right. So let's talk about the options of what we would do, the options that are there for the catch on the middle flash. If we get the middle flash, again, we're looking shot first. I'm flashing to the ball. I'm reaching with my inside foot. I've got 10 fingers to the sky. When I make the catch in that mid post area, I'm pivoting around the low foot, looking for the shot right over the front of the rim. Okay. The next order of operations, if we got this nice expanded wing, is I want 4 to step out and seal out X4 and pin them. A lot of 2-3 zone teams, when the ball goes into the high post, this player will step up and chest it up, and this player will pinch to the lane line, trying to prevent the high-low pass to the short corner. So to sort of think about some times where maybe perhaps there's been a player there for a brief window. He looks open, 5 gets the catch, he throws it down there, but doesn't account for 4 sliding down, and it gets intercepted by the pinching player. So what I started to teach my post players was, on the middle flash, if they're going to chest up with X5, I want you to step and seal out X4. So your back would be toward this sideline, and your low hand is out asking for the ball, and now we just kind of throw into that hand target right there for the high-low pass. All right? The third order of operations for the middle flash, if your shot's not there, if the dump down is not there, I want the weak side guard to adjust their fitting between these 2 players, or however the zone reacts. Adjust your fitting and play right in the middle of that gap. And we're looking to fan it weak side. So those are the middle flash options. We're looking shot on the catch, dump down to the seal out, or fan it opposite to the skip player on the wing. So I hope these if-then statements and the sort of order of operations for the short corner and middle flash entries give your zone offense some tangible laws that they can obey to help the decision making against 2-3 zone.